Good Tuesday to you as the Washington State Cougar football team prepares for next Friday's Holiday Bowl. They learned last night they'll be without their quarterback. John Mateer, one of the most prolific QBs in the country, announced he will enter the transfer portal and no longer be a Coug. Coach Jake Dickert responded to the news he and the team received on Sunday night.
You know, met with John last night. Came back from his sister's graduation, had a lot of good family time. You know, we talked about that last week on Friday. He has to make a big decision for his life, and college football is in a different place than it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, however we remember it. You know, John will be the most sought-after player in the portal. I think he's going to be the best player in the country next year, and he informed us that he is, in fact, going to hit the portal. Biggest thing for our program is it proves, once again, our process is working. Our process is working, right? We're offering a bunch of kids that have no other Power 5 offers. We're developing into something really, really special. And I've said a lot about things the last couple of weeks. You know, I talked in signing day about the recruiting calendar being messed up and we got to change it. You know, I talked last Friday, you know, there's $800 million of new Power 4, you know, rev share money that's infiltrated into the system right now. And, you know, backups at that level are getting 50 to 100,000. So college football is in a little bit of a weird place. As Cougs, I'm really proud that we'll continue to adapt. You know, with the new type model and the equivalency model, you know, I've talked to Ann and she's been very supportive that we will enhance kind of our scholarships to get more players to create more depth for us moving forward. So we'll need to do that. We'll need to continue to attack this process. I'm excited for this opportunity for Zevi. He's done a really good job throughout the course of the season, being a great leader, being a great teammate, staying really positive, being a backup, and you know, just really excited about that opportunity for him. So, you know, our team is united. We had great energy today, and we're ready to attack what's next.
Apparently, the Cougar fan base raised $1 million to try to keep Mateer in the Palouse, but failed. While his teammates are disappointed, they understand the lure of big money.
Yeah, so he let the guys know last night just what was kind of going on, just saying that he was going to hit the portal. Obviously, always hard kind of seeing a teammate leave. Really, that goes for all the guys that have left just these past few weeks. Wishing the best for them all. Yeah, just hoping they have the success they're looking for.
Yeah, you know, it's hard, especially when you like a guy and he leaves. But you know, I wish him the best of luck in all his endeavors, and you know, the Cougs will keep pushing on. You know, you don't take the days for granted. You make every day count, and you know, it's crazy because a lot of times you don't know what's going to happen. So you love the guy up next to you, and you try to come in with that hard hat mentality and bring your lunch pail. And tomorrow's not promised, and that's how it is. It could be an injury, it could be, you know, transfer, it could be something else, some sickness, and they're not there. So you just cherish the time you have with those guys.
Senior Zevi Eckhouse will start for Washington State when they face Syracuse next Friday in San Diego, and the Holiday Bowl, that's at 5 o'clock on Fox. Well, the Seahawks are still reckoning with what happened in Sunday night's 30-13 loss to Green Bay. Quarterback Geno Smith went down with a knee injury in the third quarter as the Seattle offense continued to sputter, allowing 7 sacks on the night. Now, Coach Mike Macdonald had some positive news about Smith's injury in Monday's press conference.
You know, we're fortunate, so a lot of positive, like optimistic signs coming out of the tests. So Geno's a beast, man. He's in here working out in the morning, working through it. I mean, I know he's still feeling it, but this guy's tough as nails, and hopefully we'll see him practice, you know, throughout the week with optimistic and him be ready for the game.
What's the designation of the injury? Is it a sprain? Is it something different?
To me, give you like the exact thing. I think structurally it's all there. We're rolling, but yeah, it's a knee right now.
At this point, would you anticipate him getting most of the snaps with the ones this week?
I'd say I'm optimistic that he'll get most of the snaps.
Seattle's defense got off to a slow start against the Packers, allowing 2 touchdown drives to start the game. Macdonald was asked about the play of Reek Woolen, who continues to struggle at times this season.
It wasn't Reek's best game, but he's a guy that we're going to continue to lean on and trust to make plays for us and lock down his area of the field. I think Reek's tackling well. He's doing a lot of good things. When the ball doesn't come his way, there's a reason where they're not throwing in his direction. But there's just a couple plays right now per game where we just, you know, want more from him, and he knows that, and he's the first one to tell you. On the DPIs, we're looking for some clarity on that. on some of the coaching points of how we want those guys to play those plays, because the underthrown deep ball is a tough play to make, man. Like, those guys are moving really fast, and they're trying to make the smart decision, make plays on the ball, and there's a timing mechanism to it when the ball gets there, so it's a tricky play. So understand why they threw the flag, but probably want some more clarity on it.
Seattle's preparing to host the 12-2 Minnesota Vikings this Sunday at Lumen Field, a game set to kick off at 1:05 on Fox. Seattle Kraken wrap up a quick 4-game homestand tonight. Seattle's hosting Ottawa at Climate Pledge Arena. 7 o'clock game time. That'll be broadcast on Kong TV. Meanwhile, Hailey Van Lith is leading TCU into a non-conference game today in women's college basketball. The 5th-year senior will lead the Horned Frogs against Samford. That's Samford. That's on ESPN+. Local schools are still active with the winter sports schedule as they near their holiday break. Girls basketball scheduled. Quincy visits Selah. Freitas hosting Grandview. Nespelem plays at Soap Lake. Cashmere hosts Kiona Benton. Chelan is supposed to be at Omak, but that game's been postponed to tomorrow night because of inclement weather. Okanagan's hosting Tonasket. Manson plays Liberty Bell. Oroville welcomes Bridgeport. Entiat travels to Cascade Christian. Moses Lake is hosting Walla Walla. On the boys' schedule, Pateras visits Wilson Creek. Moses Lake Christian plays at Warden. Soap Lake hosts Nespelem. Quincy's at Sealick. Cashmere welcomes Kiona Benton at 7:15. Chelan and Omak are postponed till tomorrow. 7:30 games have Tonasket at Okanagan. Liberty Bell hosts Manson. Bridgeport's at Oroville. Cascade Christian hosts Entiat. And the wrestling schedule. Quincy, busy spot tonight. Eastmont faces Medical Lake first. And then Quincy will take on the Royal team. Then at 7 o'clock, Eastmont takes on Quincy, while Royal takes on Medical Lake. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.